Good morning and welcome back to the Real Life Podcast. I am your host, Marcus Moore, and today we are going to be exploring a topic that really digs into our own understanding of what makes us human. So if the thought of existentialism or understanding who we are and where we come from causes you to feel any level of fear or discomfort, this may not be the right episode for you. For everyone else, with that said, before we jump into this episode, I want to remind our listeners that everything we do here is possible because of your support. So our subscribers, our patrons make our mission possible. So for those that don't know, here at Real Life Academy, we explore questions just like this one, along with many other topics. So make sure you stay tuned in, ready to learn, and leave us some feedback. Let us know what topics you'd like us to talk about and what we want to learn about together. So buckle up because it's going to be a bumpy ride today. Join me as we explore that burning question that I think most people ask themselves at least once whenever they first start taking psychiatric medication. And that is, which me is the real me, the medicated me or the unmedicated me? Now, to answer this question, we need to first understand what medications are and how they work. Now, this can easily kind of become a series, right, on its own. So for the sake of simplicity, all you need to know is that psychiatric medications are designed to affect the human body in one of two ways. For those who experience mood disorders like bipolar and hypomania and major depression, your medication is used to alter your mood through hormonal regulation. For those who experience behavioral issues like ADHD and OCD, general anxiety, right, your medication is likely used to regulate nerve impulses. And the way our nervous system regulates those impulses is through blocking or limiting the production of what are called neurotransmitters. So, to recap, if you have a mood disorder, it's usually treated with hormonal regulation. Hormones are created by the endocrine system, not the nervous system. Hormones travel through your body via blood. So if you have a behavioral disorder, it's usually treated with regulating nerve impulses, which are electric signals. They are created by the nervous system, not the endocrine system. Nerve impulses are electric signals that travel through nerve cells. Hormones travel through blood cells. Blood, electric. One is fluid, one is electric. Good. Now, why does this matter? Well, if we're looking at the existential question of what is the real me, the meds without the meds, right? I think that's really, first off, the wrong question. I think the question we need to be asking ourselves is, to what degree does the medication that I take affect my normal daily operation? And the answer is going to be a little different for everybody. But here at Real Life, we don't really deal in ambiguity, right? We deal in reality and factual information. So let's break it down and get an actual concrete answer. So we know what sets us apart from other animals in the world is that we are able to communicate our thoughts through language and engage in abstract reason. So where does language and abstract reason take place? Well, in the brain, of course. So if you're able to communicate your thoughts through the use of language and engage in abstract reasoning to any degree, congratulations, you're a human being. Now, medication does not usually prevent you from using language, and it does not prevent you from engaging in abstract reasoning. Now, based on your specific, scientific diagnosis and the way your body processes the medication, it could inhibit your ability to express yourself in a certain way. But generally speaking, psychiatric medication doesn't prevent you from being able to express yourself using language. You're still capable of speaking. Your medication may inhibit or exacerbate your ability to engage in abstract reasoning. However, it doesn't prevent you from engaging in it. The only thing that would prevent you from engaging in rational, abstract reasoning would be if you have a neurological or cognitive disorder like aphasia, apraxia, Alzheimer's, dementia, something like that. Okay. Outside of those fringe diagnoses, most people have the capacity to engage in reasoning to some degree. Okay. You may not be the best at it, and you may make some really poor choices due to your executive dysfunction. However, just because you're not great at something doesn't mean you're unable to do it. I may not be the best at cooking bacon, but just because it comes out chewy and gross doesn't mean that it's not cooked. It just means that it wasn't cooked correctly. And that is a hill I'm willing to die on. So let's get back into this. If medication does not keep us from being able to do these things, and it only alters our ability to engage in these things, then medication doesn't make the rules, does it? It only enforces them. And that is what this episode is all about. Medication is not sentient. Okay? It has no conscious thought, it has no ability to reason, it has no nervous system, it has no electrical impulse, it has no executive function. Medication is specifically designed to help regulate the already existing framework. It is a tool, not a living, breathing being inside of us. Now, I understand that some of you are going to argue with this. You might say that medication keeps you from making decisions that you would normally make were you not on the medication. And to some degree, that's true. But that's the beauty of pharmacology and biology. You see, we have scientists and biologists who have found ways to alter our hormonal and electrical systems, essentially hijacking it and giving us structure. Now, this is not me advocating for biopharmaceutical manufacturing or long-term chemical manipulation and sedation of young children. We are vehemently opposed to long-term usage of psychiatric medication, okay? So that we're clear, except, of course, under extreme circumstance where the use of it would actually prevent that person from living a normal, healthy life. But we aren't here to discuss conflicting viewpoints. We're here to answer a question. And that question is, am I only the result of the meds that I take? Is it the real me, or is it only the medication? Does my partner love me for who I am, or only who I've become thanks to this medication? So let's make this absolutely clear. There's no medication currently made on Earth and available to the public that has the capacity to completely change who you are. If you subscribe to the idea that we are just sacks of human flesh piloted by a brain, it's very easy to say that you're nothing more than the sum of the chemicals inside of your body. If you want to subscribe to that idea, that's perfectly fine. If, however, you subscribe to the idea that humans are unique and that we possess a consciousness that extends, beyond our hormones and electrical impulses, beyond our primitive animal instincts, and not just what we understand through our own reasoning, those people understand that medication is a tool to help us regulate the best parts of us that are broken and difficult to manage, so that we can focus on maximizing the best parts of who we are and what we are most capable of. So to sum this up, you are what you believe you are, and medication has as much of a hold on you as you believe it has the capacity to. So it appears that Rene Descartes had it right the whole time. Cogito ergo sum, I think, therefore I am. So what about you? What do you believe? Where do you think that you are on the spectrum of humanity? Do you believe that your life has purpose? Or do you maybe believe that you're just that human, kind of piloted by a 3-pound brain, driven by instinct and fear? Maybe you're struggling with finding purpose in your own life. A lot of us experience that. I know I have. If you have, go ahead and get in touch with your therapist. Have them give us a call, and let's get you set up with a coach. Maybe you don't have a therapist, but you still want a coach. That's no problem. Shoot us an email, and our team will reach out to make sure that you get the help that you need. Listen, there is no shame in becoming a better person and growing, and everyone deserves to be the best version of themselves possible. You are capable of incredible change, but as always, it has to start with you. My name is Marcus, and I want to thank you for taking the time to join me today on the Relife Podcast. Make sure to share this with a friend or someone that you care about and give them the opportunity to grow, because we all deserve a second chance. Get in touch with our team over at Relife and let's start your journey today. Stay productive, and I will see you on the next episode.